This is my codebook presentation for COSC6570 data at scale. I currently work in IT for a law firm, so I chose to create a codebook for legal data. So some background, over 700,000 legal cases were opened in Wisconsin last year, so there's a huge amount of legal data that's out there. Several data elements are generated throughout the legal process. This data can include things like court events, case details like the type of legal action and where it's filed, and the parties to the case such as the plaintiff and defendant. There's both structured and unstructured data related to legal cases. Examples of structured data are party information like names, events that occur like hearings, and case outcomes or decisions. And then examples of less structured data include the text of docket entries recorded by the stenographer or clerk, as well as documents that are filed and associated with the case. Wisconsin has a public court access platform that allows access to this data and presents it in a user-friendly website, and it's also available through an API that my company pays for. So the first kind of section of the codebook is data related to case information. This includes the filing date that the lawsuit was filed, which is nominal, the case type, which is one of several possible case types defined by the court, which is also nominal. Case disposition is another nominal data point that is one of several possible outcome codes defined by the court. And then this is an excerpt of possible case type codes. For example, cases can be civil, felony, misdemeanor, and things like that. These are the possible case status codes, which include statuses like open, closed, and dismissed. And this is an excerpt of possible case disposition codes. For example, you'll see outcomes like dismissed or settled at pretrial. The next part of the codebook is data related to court events. For example, one of the variables is event type, which can be one of several possible event codes that the court assigns to describe the event. This is a nominal data type. Another variable is event date, which is the date that the event occurred. It's an ordinal data type because the date can be used to rank events in a timeline of the case. Event duration is the length of time that an event took, such as the length of a hearing. This is a continuous data type because time is a measured value. And then event docket text is the docket entry associated with the event. This is textual data that's recorded by the stenographer or clerk and is in a pretty unstructured form, just whatever is typed out at the time to describe what happened at the event or to give additional information for a filing or action. These are some of the possible event types. For example, if one of the parties applies for a hearing, then that event type would appear in the case record. So the next kind of section is party data, which is things like first name and last name of the party, which are both nominal data points. Party sex and race are nominal data points with possible values like M for male and F for female, 1 for African American and 2 for Asian or Pacific Islander, and so on. Party number is the integer value assigned to the party when they enter the case, which is ordinal because it kind of ranks the order in which parties are entered. For example, if an attorney enters on behalf of a defendant, then their party number would be higher than the defendant's. And then the last kind of section of this codebook is document data, which includes data points like the text contained within the document and the document size in bytes, which would be a discrete variable. Here are some possible party type codes, which include things like the defendant and the plaintiff. So these data elements were selected because they are comprised mostly of publicly available information, and the goal would be to compile this legal data in a more structured and methodical database than what's currently available, and also to provide a level of organization to the current plethora of unstructured legal data that's out there. Doing this would have several potential results, one of which would be making it easier to analyze trends, outcomes, recidivism, bias, and things like that. It would also make possible the creation of legal large language models and make possible the use of natural language processing techniques on legal data. And it would also provide a standardization for legal data that could then be expanded throughout all the states. Each state currently has their own different system of storing and making data available. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to your feedback.